You know when you're scrolling through those perfect home design photos and you just think, how on earth do they do that? Well, it might look like magic, but I promise you it's not. It's actually a method, and today we're going to pull back the curtain and reveal those secrets. We've got a simple pro-level framework that's going to help you totally transform your own space. So let's dive right in. So, are you looking around your place right now and just feeling like, yeah, it's time for a change, a refresh? Maybe you're dreaming of a total overhaul, or maybe you're just on the hunt for a few new ideas. Either way, you are in exactly the right spot. We're going to break down how to get it done. What we've done here is take all that fancy, sometimes complicated advice from top interior designers and boiled it down into a simple journey that you can actually follow. Think of it like this. We're going to start with the absolute basics, the foundation, and then build up layer by layer until we get to those amazing finishing touches that, wow, really make a space sing. All right, let's get into part one, laying your foundation. And listen, I can't stress this enough. This is the most critical part of the whole shebang. Seriously. It's just like building a house, right? If your foundation is solid, everything you put on top of it is going to look good, and more importantly, it's going to feel right. So, our foundation rests on three main pillars. First, defining your style. Second, choosing your color palette. And third, planning your space. I'm telling you, if you get these three things right from the start, every single decision you have to make later on becomes 1,000 times easier. It just clicks. Okay, first things first. The number one question a pro will always ask you is, what's your style? What do you actually like? Are you into that cozy, kind of eclectic bohemian vibe? Or are you all about the clean lines and calm colors of a modern design? And hey, if you're not sure, that's totally fine. Just start exploring. Go online, create a mood board, and just save images that you're drawn to. That collection, that's going to become your design compass.
All right, next up is color. And you know, this is one of the most powerful tools in your entire design arsenal. The right color palette, it does so much more than just look pretty. It literally sets the mood of a room. Think about it. Cool blues can make you feel calm and relaxed, while a splash of warm yellow can make a space feel super energetic and happy. It's all about creating a feeling, not just picking random colors you like.
And here's a super simple but really powerful formula to get it right. So, you've got three jobs for your colors. First, your primary color. This is your main event, the one you'll probably use on your walls. Then, you've got your secondary color. This is for your big furniture pieces, like your sofa. And finally, the fun part, your accent colors. These are the little pops of personality you'll see in things like pillows, throws, or artwork. If you stick to this, you'll get a beautifully balanced space every time.
And last but not least for our foundation, planning your space. Oh man, this is where so many people trip up. You see that huge, comfy-looking sofa in the giant showroom and fall in love, right? But then you get it home, and it eats your entire living room. The key here, and I mean the key, is proportion. Measure everything. The right furniture isn't just about style. It's about what actually fits the scale of your room.
Okay, foundation is set. Boom. Now for part two, adding depth and personality. This is where the real fun begins, you guys. This is where we start to inject your space with actual character, using things like layers, texture, and light. Let's do this.
I know it can be tempting to just play it safe, right? Stick to one pattern, keep it simple. But honestly, the real magic happens when you start mixing things up. Layering different patterns is what creates that rich, dynamic look that feels totally custom and full of life. It gives a room a kind of sophistication you just can't get any other way.
But how do you do it without it looking like a chaotic mess? Well, here are a few tricks. You can use smaller patterns on things like cushions, and then pair them with a bigger, bolder geometric pattern on a rug. The secret? Make sure they share at least one color. That's the glue that holds it all together. It's these kinds of thoughtful combinations that make a space look professionally designed.
Okay, now let's talk about something you can feel. Texture. A room where everything is smooth and flat can feel a little, well, sterile and cold. Texture is what brings the warmth and coziness. I'm talking about a plush rug under your feet, a super chunky knit blanket on the sofa, maybe a rough, natural wood coffee table. These are the layers that make you want to come in, sit down, and stay a while. Now, for a total game changer, lighting. It is so much more than just functional. It's emotional. A pro-designed room always has layers of light. So you'll have your main light for the whole room, maybe on a dimmer so you can control the mood. Then you've got specific lights for tasks, like pendant lights hanging over a kitchen island or a dining table. And finally,
You add in those cozy lamps that create a warm, inviting glow in the evening. It's all about having options. Okay, we've got our foundation, we've added personality. Now for part 3, thinking like a pro. This is where we get into the insider secrets, those little shifts in mindset that take a room from just nice to absolutely unforgettable.
This is such a big one. You do not need a massive budget to have a stunning home. What you need is a creative eye. A pro knows how to look at an ordinary object and see its potential to be something extraordinary. It's all about reimagining what you've got or finding beauty where other people might not look. That right there is the real secret sauce.
Here's a huge shift in thinking. A lot of us tend to decorate one room at a time, right? But a pro thinks about the whole house as one big project. When you use a cohesive color palette that flows from one room to the next, it creates this incredible sense of connection. It makes your entire home feel bigger, calmer, and way more intentional. Okay, quick pop quiz. When you're thinking about a room, you think about the 4 walls, you definitely think about the floor, but what's the one huge surface that almost everybody completely forgets about? It's the ceiling. Go ahead, look up. Designers actually call it the 5th wall. Most of us just paint it white and forget it exists. But just imagine, what if it had a subtle pattern or a deep, dramatic color? It's this massive blank canvas just waiting for a little bit of creativity.
And for a final pro tip, this one's a beautiful one. Let your home tell the story of where you live. Try to bring in some local flavor. Maybe it's art from a local artist, some handcrafted pottery, or even just colors and textures inspired by the landscape outside your window. This is what gives a home a soul, a real sense of place that is 100% you.
So, there you have it. We've gone through the whole process, from the ground up. And what you have now isn't just a random list of tips. It's a real, repeatable blueprint that you can take and make completely your own.
Let's just quickly run through the game plan one more time. Step 1. Build that solid foundation. That means getting your style, your colors, and your layout locked in. Step 2. Add those layers of personality with patterns, textures, and great lighting. And step 3. Finish it off with that pro-level thinking. Get creative and don't forget the details.
So now the big question is, what's the first thing you're going to do? Are you going to jump online and start that mood board right now? Or are you grabbing the measuring tape to finally figure out your living room? Whatever it is, I really hope you feel inspired and empowered to get started creating a home that you absolutely love. Thanks so much for hanging out with me.